Bhagavad Gita 4 chapter 35th verse. Yajñātvā na punarmoham evam yasyasi pandava yena bhūtānyasheshena drakṣasyatmanyatho mayi. Yajñātvā, having understood which, there is no more confusion, mistake. And what is that knowledge is explained in the second part of the verse. In fact, this is one of the verses which directly dismisses all the theological words such as Dvaita, Viṣṇu-prapatti, etc. Here, Bhagavan Krishna makes it very clear that one who sees everything in a bhutani asheshena, without any exception, in me, mayi. And listening to this, many people will come jumping in my comment section talking about that Lord also is manifest as this creation and is in heaven. It's a stupid thing to say because that's never mentioned in this verse. Here Bhagavan Krishna makes it very clear, Mai Drakshasi, one who sees everything in me manifest as everything. And then Bhagavan Krishna also says, Shasi Atmani, one who sees them in oneself too. This is clearly a Mahavakyartha, which is also talked about in the 13th chapter as Kshetrajñam Chapimam Vidhi Ityadi. In fact, this oneness of the Jiva and Ishvara is prasiddha in all Upanishads, and that's what Bhagavan Bhashyakara Adi Shankaracharya says, Kshetrajñeshware ekatvam sarva Upanishad prasiddham, and that's what is even prasiddha in Bhagavad Gita too. And I find it very surprising how the sectarian heads like Rāmānuja, Madhva squeeze duality from a non-dual work. And elsewhere in Brahma Sutra Bhashya, Madhvacharya says, Paramatma has to be Sagunaha alone. Sagunaha eva Paramatma. Nirguna Shabdopi Gunavachanaha eva. That Paramatma cannot be Nirguna, only Saguna has to be taken even when words like Nirguna are used. Matta eveti tan vedde natvaham teshu te mahi. Ityadi. And as I talked about Madhva's way of colored perception of Shastra, in verse Dehinosmin Yatha Dehe in the beginning of 2nd chapter, where he establishes this rule that Sarvabhimati Eva Pramanatvat. Those verses of Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads which match our Pancharatra theology alone are Pramana, and rest we try to fit to prove this theology alone and we won't take them literally. And this trend is clearly started by Rāmānuja Acharya, who says Sarva Guna Vishishtaha Eva Narayanaha Param Brahma. Then the question asked is, what about words like Nirgunam, where Bhagavan reveals himself as free from gunas? Then Ramanuja, who has started a sectarian trend, points out that the word Nirguna means Bhagavan has no bad gunas, or Bhagavan doesn't have tamasic gunas, and that's how again they go back to Sattvic obsession, which I even point out in my other videos. So clearly another profound verse of Bhagavad Gita is misinterpreted and used to fit the Pancharatra theology by the sectarian heads. Namaste.